This is just a small video of my new bh-100f Reef octopus hang-on back skimmer. This is the one with the third compartment to put media in. As you can see here, this is the little trick I had to do to make media use work in this thing. First, I tried a fairly decent sized bag of Chemipure along with a small, I'd say medium bag of Purigen, as well as a little bag of Foslock. It didn't work very long at all before I was getting overflow out of the skimmer top right here. So I shrunk it back to where all I'm using is just Purigen, a small bag of it. But if I put that in this compartment, then it floats, and if it floats, it will cause a backup, which will cause overflow out of this. So I did this. I took my pair of tongs and I'm using it to hold down the bag all the way to the bottom of the third compartment to keep it from floating. It's been this way for 2-3 days. Been running it this way for about maybe a total of 12 hours with no problems since. And I'm just starting to get good skimming. Looking about like this here. It's a little bit wet yet, but the thing is still breaking in. That's where it's set right now, and I'm getting, it's about the color of beer if you look at it. It's not bad for the second day of really running. I'm only getting just a few micro bubbles. I'm sure you can't really see them that well, but they're in there and it's not bad at all. That is the new outlet for these. Instead of just an elbow going into the tank, which from what I understand creates a huge amount of micro bubbles, and they now have this set up. It's a cup. You can see what it does. The water flows down into it with the air bubbles, and it has a diffuser in it, and then they get diffused through this foam. Of course, the open top right here. Micro bubbles aren't bad at all from what I understand of a skimmer that's just breaking in. I don't consider this bad. Just if you're looking to get one of these, don't expect that you're going to be able to put an awful lot in that third compartment. I did try putting the Chemipure, the Purigen, and the Foslock in there, holding it down with something like this, but it just put too much in the third compartment, and still it caused overflow. The first night I used this was a nightmare. I had water all over the floor. Woke me up in the middle of the morning to the sound of water running across the floor. Spooky. This is how I have the setup of the blue line going into one of these, in case anybody has any questions when they're setting it up. It can be a little confusing. This is the diffuser, the silencer I should say. I keep it tucked down inside. So far, of course I'm dropping everything. Alright, well that's about it. Any questions on it, leave a comment on my page and I'll help best I can. Don't get too confused about the diagram on this, because it shows, the newer one will still show the elbow pipe instead of this new thing they have, which is that, which definitely works better.